Welcome to Biotech Stage, a stage where we learn something new and exciting about biotechnology. This is your host Arun Singhal, and today we are going to learn why biotech drugs are so expensive. You might have noticed biotech drugs are 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh or even more per dose, per shot, or per vial. On the other hand, the classical drugs like drugs for pain medication or drugs for diabetes or blood pressure, they are 10 rupees or 15 rupees. So I'll give you four different reasons. The very first reason is the time. For classical drugs, it is most of these are the simple chemical molecules. They can be synthesized in the lab in about 10 days or so with very few chemicals. And when it comes to the biotech drugs, that's a complex process, and the cells from the animals or cells from the bacteria needs to be grown for a month or even longer, sometime even 2 months. So that's one of the reason it takes longer to produce a biological drug. Second reason is the cost. For chemicals or for the classical drugs, the chemicals are readily available, and not only they are readily available, but also the number of chemicals that are needed are very few, sometime maybe 10 or the cost for growing the cells for 2 months, that is very high, because most of these ingredients, most of that system is not available in India, and it has to be imported from other countries like America or European countries. So that's the second reason. The third reason is, once a particular molecule is synthesized or a particular drug is made, it needs to be purified and needs to be done the quality control to make sure that it works according to its specification. That process for classical drug is much simpler, and it is in the system for last 50 years or 100 years. Also, for biological drugs, that purification and quality control is quite tough, because again, these are the biological molecules and the history behind them is not that long, maybe 10 years or so, or 15 or 20 years at the most. So that is another reason the cost goes up. The fourth and the last reason is that the classical drugs are very stable at the room temperature and they have the long shelf life. On the other hand, the biological drugs, they are stable only in the cold temperature, either 4 degrees, or they need to be frozen. And so they need to be stored, frozen, and shipped in cold conditions. So, and their shelf life is much shorter. So these are the four reasons. That's all for today. And if you need the more detail on any of those reasons, please send me your message in the comment section. And if you like it, please subscribe it. So that's all. Thank you. Bye bye.